Everybody is looking for a method that is a done for you, 100% easy cookie cutter stamp type method. And this one is about as close as you can get to that, in my personal opinion. It doesn't take any thought process. You really just follow the steps and collect the money. I know that that's a bold claim, but if you watch this video from start to finish, I believe I'll be able to back up that claim and show you how you can make 100, 200. The sky is the limit per day. And that method is using Reddit and Twitter. All right. So what is this method really comprised of? Well, why this method? Well, it's 100% free to do. It doesn't cost you any money at all to do this method from start to finish. In fact, I would be really hard pressed to figure out how you could even spend money to make this go even better, faster. Maybe you can outsource this, which would be good. You could pay somebody to do this method for you, and you could just sit back and collect. Maybe some of the account creation kind of things. You can probably just buy those instead of making yourself. But this is kind of nitpicking, right? So Reddit is a traffic powerhouse, and what might seem like a negative is really a positive, right? So when you think of Reddit, you think of they sniff out an affiliate deal. It's really hard to market on Reddit, right? They'll sniff that out a mile away. But with this method, you can kind of circumvent that and use that as a strength because you're already going to be vetted, right? They're going to look at you and they're going to be like, oh, great. This isn't spam. This is really helping me. And I'm going to show you a trick, which you can anybody that really does like sniff it out as an affiliate method, you can kind of just downvote them into oblivion and really just get rid of them altogether, right? So Reddit has a subreddit on everything. There is no bad niche. There's nothing too small. There's nothing that's really too big. That's why I really, really enjoy this method because there's nothing that really can get in your way. There's a couple caveats to this, which I will explain later in a post slide here. This is worldwide. You could do this anywhere. You don't have to necessarily be in the United States, although it benefits you if you are, kind of like most things, unfortunately, or a developed country. But you can really do this anywhere. As long as you can find a product that has really great deals that you can promote, you can do this anywhere. You can even do this from your mobile phone. This is what I really, really like this for because you can create all of this from your mobile phone. It's definitely easier, like most things, to do it from your laptop. But once you get the initial setup, you can run this entire thing from your mobile phone, right? So what will you need? What do you need to actually make this method work, right? Well, you're going to need a Tor browser, right? This is so that you can create an unlimited amount of Reddit accounts, right? Because unfortunately, I wish that you would only need one account, but if Redditors don't like what you're promoting or they just get a bug up their ass, I mean, they're just going to downvote your account. Mods might get real touchy and shadow ban you. So you need the ability to create multiple accounts, right? So this is kind of I would call it gray hat method, right? Next thing you're going to need is a Twitter account, and you need to brand it with some kind of really cool name like Slick Daily Deals or Daily Deals or Woke Deals or something with deals, right? You want it branded. You want everybody to know that this is where you're going to get the best deals kind of Twitter, right? Next, you're going to need a list of Twitter accounts that are doing these type things, these daily deals, right? You want to know what's hot. You want to know what other people are promoting. Why do the work yourself? Have them do the work for you, right? Next, you're going to need a list of subreddits to promote. This is going to get a little bit tougher, and you're going to have to kind of feel this out. But there are literally hundreds, if not millions, maybe millions of subreddits at this point. You'll have no problem finding subreddits. You might find a problem finding subreddits that you want to promote with deal, right? So next, you're going to need a list of deals or affiliate products to promote, right? So in this particular case, promote. I hate when it covers it just looks kind of tacky, but there's nothing that you can do. You can get rid of this, but anyways, you need a list of affiliate products that you can promote, right? So I go into a list of different ones that you can use, but a short list is like Amazon Associates and ClickBank, right? Now, don't run off scared. This is worldwide. If you can't get on ClickBank, if you can't get on Amazon Associates, don't panic. There are tons of stuff that you can get a part of. You can do CPA offers. You can do a bunch of different things. So don't panic because you've seen that there are tons of products in your country that you can promote. And like I said, Reddit is a traffic powerhouse, so you don't have to worry about not getting enough traffic to whatever. Okay, so that's what we need. And now we're going to go right into the method, right? So step one, we need Reddit accounts, right? So we need to download the Tor browser. This allows us to have multiple Reddit accounts by switching the IP address. There's like 3 little lines in the, let's see if I can do it here, in this like top corner of the Tor browser, and it lets you switch identities, right? When you switch identity, it basically switches your IP, and then you can create another account, right? So you're going to want to create multiple accounts. I suggest 5 to 10 a day. This way it's not so tedious. And you're going to create those accounts every single day, right? And because these accounts need to sit for 7 days, and you could have the potential of having all the accounts banned in one day, you really want to make these accounts every day. It takes about a minute to create an account. So you're really going to spend about 5 to 10 minutes to create these accounts, maybe 20 if we're going crazy, if you're busy or something. It's not really going to take you a ton of time, right? Next, we're going to want to keep a spreadsheet of all your accounts. You want to know if the account's active. You want to know if you need to know the account's password. By the way, for this method, I would suggest that you just stick with 1 password or maybe 5 passwords and have them written down. And that way you're not this way you can rifle through your accounts and switch very easily without having to go back to the spreadsheet, looking for the username and password, blah, blah, blah. Again, we're going to create these accounts daily simply because you can get these accounts banned and it's kind of a rainy day. Side note, you can actually set up a second business where you're creating a what I call an upvote panel, right? So you can go onto different internet marketing forums and you can create a marketplace sales thread and you can sell an upvote service. So basically people will pay you to use your accounts to upvote whatever they're trying to promote. So it's a sneaky little side business. So this is actually kind of like multiple businesses in one. You always want to diversify, right? So the biggest forum I know of is Black Hat World that you could really make a killing on this. And, to get into a sales thread, I think it costs about $100. You have to buy their JV package. But once you do this method for free, you get a couple $100, you might as well diversify into a separate, might as well not put all your eggs in one basket. So again, multiple streams of income. This is Reddit accounts. The next thing that you need to do is you're going to need to build up karma for these accounts, right? So some of the reasons why is because you need around 10 karma for some different subreddits to allow you to post in them, right? There we go. You're going to need about 10 different, you need 10 karma to post in some of these subreddits. So you might as well do this now while the accounts are building up for 7 days. That way, for one, you need to build the accounts up for 7 days. Let's back up a little bit. You need to build the accounts up for 7 days because some of the subreddits won't allow you to post because your account is too new, right? Some of these subreddits won't allow you to post because you don't have enough karma. So we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to wait the 7 days. And we're also going to build up the karma for these accounts while we're doing it. Now, how do you build up karma, right? So you're going to go into the subreddit World Politics, right? And you're going to join it. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to Google and you're going to do a search on an article from Donald Trump, right? And you're going to filter the results by the last 24 hours. So this is going to be hot, fresh Donald Trump trash that you're going to promote on World Politics, right? And you don't have to have, it doesn't matter. This isn't a political thing. You don't have to have a personal side one way or the other. You don't have to be for Trump, against it. You're just looking for karma, right? You don't have to go into this whole political rant. You just want the karma, right? Another way that you can do this, which I don't have listed on here, is you can go into any subreddit that has a ton that are about pets, especially like cute cats and cute dogs. And you're going to look for GIFs that are really, really old. Download those GIFs and re-upload them back into the same subreddit, and you're going to get the karma points for it, right? So that's another way. So if you don't want to deal with politics, go for the cute cat or cute puppy kind of thing, cute babies, something along that line. So something that really tugs at the heartstrings, right? So then you're going to post those articles, post those GIFs into that subreddit, and just go ahead and collect. Wait till you get about 10, 20 karma. The more the better, but don't sit there and wait. You got 5 to 10 accounts, so you just want to do this real quick, right? So what I would suggest that you do is find multiple different ways to do this. You get the idea, something that people are really passionate about and they're going to like or dislike, right? So all you're doing is just posting a link to the article or posting cute cat pictures, right? So find 5, 10, 15 different subreddits, write them down in a spreadsheet. That way you got to go to, when you're making this account, I'm going to go to this one, then blah, 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 and get your account karma, right? So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up the Twitter account, right? So we're going to create a new account with a name that is brandable. Like I said before, Daily Deals Today, something that has the deal feel, right? Slick deals now, woke deals, dope deals, something along that, something trendy, something woo, And what we're going to do is we're going to fill out the profile completely, 100%, right? We're going to make this look like a real profile. We don't have to worry about the followers at this point. You just want to fill it out. You want to make it look good, right? Give it a nice little banner. We're not going to have to make too many of these. Maybe 1 to 3 if you're feeling crazy. The reason why I suggest that you maybe make a couple of them is because if you're promoting to a particular subreddit and they see Daily Deals Today all the time, it looks like you're promoting something. So if you have like 3 of these that you can rifle through, it might look a little bit more like it's not you particularly. But again, I digress. You're going to have, multiple accounts from different, they just might see this Daily Deals Today or whatever the name is from multiple different accounts. So, it doesn't hurt to mix it up, make a couple. I mean, you got 7 days from when you start this method. So you can make 7 Twitter accounts, make one each day. And, this is, you're front loading all your work now. So you'll make it easier. So really you only have like 20 minutes to an hour every day to do this method later on, right? You can't really complain about that. So we're not going to worry about the followers because honestly, this method is the Reddit traffic, not the Twitter traffic. Don't get that confused. We're using the Twitter account for the sake of the subreddit isn't going to ban Twitter, right? So that's why we're using it. They're not going to ban Twitter. They're not going to ban the URL Twitter, right? I guess if they got really mad, they might, but they're not going to ban the Twitter. They're just not. It's one of those big names. By the way, you don't even have to use Twitter. You can use any what I would call Web 2.0 or social media. Twitter's just easy. It allows you to have multiple accounts. Doesn't really, but we can tweak this method, right? So don't worry about the account getting banned. If it does for whatever reason, what we're going to do is we're just going to change the username, right? What that does is it resets the URLs from that point going forward. So you're going to lose all the ones that were banned before. But if your name is Daily Deals Today and they ban that Twitter account, if you change the username, it actually changes the URL. So it'll be like twitter.com/Daily Deals Today. That's one URL. If you switch it to Deals Today Daily, that makes a separate URL that they would have to ban. So all you have to do is just tweak it, change that username. The reason why I would create multiple Twitter accounts is so you don't have to do that. Plus, if you have a Twitter account that's really rocking and rolling and they're not banning it, if you switch the URL to that, all the previous posts that you made in those those subreddits are all going to die because you changed that user URL. So that's why you'll use multiple. Sorry if that's a little confusing. If you have any questions about that, link down below. Next step here is we're going to look for Twitter deal accounts, right? So we're going to use the search bar in Twitter, and we're going to search for keywords like deals or daily deals or giveaways or whatever you can think of, right? That way you can kind of find all these accounts that you can follow, right? Once you have a list, keep a spreadsheet of all these different accounts, right? You're going to check them daily. You're going to see what they're promoting. You can flip open your Twitter. You've already got a spreadsheet of all these accounts, and you've already got the actual Twitter, whether you have them followed, and you could, whatever looks cool. Oh my gosh, this one's getting tons of retweets or whatever. We're going to find this deal and we're going to promote it. Simple, right? You definitely just need to see what others are promoting just to make it easier on yourself, right? If it works for that person, there's no reason why it can't work for you, right? And also, you might even get organic sales through accounts, through this account's followers. So we're going to use like the daily deals today. Say that's your Twitter account, and you've been doing this method for 6 months. This Twitter account now has 20,000 followers on it. You might start getting organic sales just from people that are on your account that have followed you from Reddit. They might just like be deal hunters, and you promoted something in the past, and every time they see something they're going to buy it. So don't discount that as well. So you can also branch off and you can start following the followers of all these accounts too. I mean, no reason not to. If you got an account and you're wanting to make this into an actual revenue stream, you can monetize the actual. We're not using that in this method. We're using the Twitter account because it's pretty much unbannable. But hell, you might as well promote. I mean, you might as well get as many followers on the account as possible. So you can start following. You can use the follow unfollow method that we use for Instagram, for Twitter, for anything that has followers. We can follow the followers of these deal accounts onto our Twitter account, and maybe grab some extra sales that way. Right? Doesn't hurt. So on step 4, we need to get into the subreddits, right? We need a big list of subreddits to promote products and deals to, right? So what are we looking for? We're looking for huge fan bases: Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Star Wars, right? All these. What are some other ones? Way back in the day, like Desperate Housewives, Survivor, anything that like really, really has a big following right now. Let's see, Stranger Things came out, The Walking Dead. Looking for these huge fan bases. D&D. It could be anything. Don't just limit to TV or movies. Literally huge fan bases. Games are another big one. If you can do PS4 games, Xbox games, Nintendo, DS, any of that kind of stuff, Pokemon, anytime that you can find those deals in those huge fan bases, it's like cha-ching. Next thing that we're going to look for is frugal shoppers, couponers, tire kickers, deal lookers, anything that people are trying to get a daily deal on, right? So people love that kind of stuff. You can give them value, they'll buy just about anything. So if you can show them that they're like 94% off or $100 off or whatever, they definitely are going to like buy in and bite. So it's definitely good to look for those couponers, those frugal shoppers, and all that kind of stuff, right? The next thing that we're looking for is educational. People really like to learn, and learning is expensive. E-learning and courses, online digital products are expensive, right? If you try looking up Java programming or how to lose weight, try to get an e-course on that kind of stuff. You're looking at hundreds of dollars, right? So if you can find a way to get them a deal, and you're in a subreddit that's about how to lose weight, and this program is normally $5.99 and it's $100 with you're going to be making some money. So there is some caveats to the subreddits, as I alluded to earlier. You don't want any subreddits under 1,000, and you don't want any subreddits over 1,000,000. If it's under 1,000, it's just really not worth promoting. There's not a lot of people that are passionate about it in that subreddit. It's probably not going to be that active. Just stick away. Don't even do research on it. Just leave it alone, right? Nothing over 1,000,000, and actually I would probably say nothing over 500,000, mostly because these are highly moderated and they are constantly looking for spam. If you have a subreddit that has 1,000,000 people in it, people are spamming that a ton, and you're going to be you're going to be collateral damage, right? So you're promoting your small little thing, and bam, bam, bam. They're just going to ban you left and right. So stick away from it. That's why you have the spreadsheets to let you know, like, hey, I tried this one, didn't really work. You can, I mean, by all means, go ahead. You might get lucky. Just know that is it worth the minute or two that it's going to cost you to create another account, build the karma back up. Just have some little bit of caveats to the rules, right? So 100,000 to 500,000 is going to be your sweet spot. Again, you can go down to 20,000, 10,000 subredditors in a subreddit, no problem. Some of the best ones that I've seen have had smaller, more intimate. They're not as highly moderated, and they see it as value, not necessarily spamming, right? So you definitely can get lower, but as you get higher into the 500 to 600 to a million, those traffic, it's a risk versus reward is what you have to look at. Pretty much, I would say 90% of the posts that you make are going to get flagged. They're going to get whatever, right? You want to get these posts to stay active for an hour to 24 hours, right? And what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to upvote them from the other accounts that you have. So essentially what you're looking to do is just keep a post open for as long as you can. This method takes a lot of organization and spreadsheets. You might want to create another spreadsheet based on what accounts you have active and where they have subreddit postings, and check and see if they're active, how many upvotes they have at that particular time, and blah, blah, blah. You might want to create a master spreadsheet that actually encompasses all this so you have one specific way to look at it. Doesn't really matter. You just want to keep up to date on all this information. It is a lot of information that you have to chronologically follow, right? So step 5, what to promote. Everybody wants to know what's the deal? What are you going to promote, right? So Amazon Associates, best bet, tons of deals. They even have sections on it that actually that show you what are the best deals. Amazon deal of the day, tons of stuff like that, right? So you're going to need to download the Keepa extension for your Chrome browser. That's going to show you really good deals. I'm not going to go into it really deep now. It's 100% free. It doesn't cost any money for the free version. They do have a paid version now, but you don't really necessarily need that. It's going to give you a lot of information, a lot of good information. You're going to have deals of the day kind of stuff, right? The next thing that we're looking at is ClickBank. ClickBank is offered pretty much worldwide. It's not allowed in some sections of the world. Sorry, but look for deals on courses. I would use this ClickBank mostly for the fitness or the e-learning, like self-help kind of stuff, law of attraction kind of stuff. Next thing you can do is share a sale. It's kind of like Amazon. It's an affiliate website that sells actual physical products. If you can't find a deal, just any affiliate site that has tons of deals, just do a Google search, right? Do a Google search in your country for what you can promote, right? Again, we're using Reddit for our traffic source, so we don't necessarily have to worry about, is this product going to crush it, right? We're going to crush it based on traffic. We just need to get these posts to stick for a little bit of time and collect, right? So what's next on this? Sorry, I had to move it. It's a picky thing, sorry. So step 6, it's going to be posting time, right? So what are we going to do? At this point, by the time you're ready, it's been 7 days, you should have 5 to 10 accounts that have 10 plus karma by the time you're ready to post. So you don't want to post early. You don't want to post on day 5 or day 6. Take the time. It's only going to behoove you. It's only going to make it better. It's going to be that much more sweet. You're going to be ready. All your posts the first time are most likely going to be banned. Sorry, it's just the way it is. It's going to take some time to learn the method, learn how to post correctly. What you're looking for is you're looking to, say things like, this game is 94% off, daily deal kind of thing. And you're going to post it to your Twitter account, and then you're going to take the link from the Twitter account and you're going to post it on Reddit. Okay, does that make sense? So first you're going to post it on the Twitter, and then you're going to use the Twitter URL to post it to Reddit. Okay, it's not that complicated. Makes it really, really easy. You only get 140 characters to be able to post in Twitter, so you don't necessarily need a ton of information to really make this work. You just need to be able to get it up there, right? So, sorry, I'm looking for an example of a post on what you can use and how to do it. It gets a little bit tedious trying to get these posts to stick. So something that you might want to do is say Resident Evil is a popular game. So you would do like Resident Evil on PS4 is 40% off, and then the link to your Twitter, right? So another game would be The Binding of Isaac afterbirth is 25% off. You're going to post that into like mobile games Reddit, something along that lines, right? So just look around. You can do, Amazon is running a lightning deal which has 2 hours left. Xbox One is 50% off, right? StarCraft is another one. I know I'm using games a lot because those are the examples that are given here. But I'm just trying to give you an example of how to do this. But basically, you're going to do like whatever the like. Here's one of a book. Ghost in the Shell. Read me. 1995 to 2017 is 25% off, right? So basically, you're going to just give the exact like whatever it is and tell what the deal is, right? And you could even tell the website. The Ideal Factory sale at Humble Bumble is 90% off, right? This is going to take some getting used to. I don't know if you can see some of these, but that's kind of what they're going to look like, right? Makes sense? So basically, you're going to real short and sweet, get it to post. Make sure that you don't spam the same deal in multiple subreddits, right? So you're going to pick, say, 4 or 5 deals. Say you have 5 accounts that you're working with that day. Pick 5 deals, right? Separate accounts, separate ways to promote, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to keep another spreadsheet and see which subreddits are working and which ones to avoid, right? So let's say that you have one that's working, right? You posted it, it's stuck for a little bit. What you're going to do is you're going to start upvoting that, right? So it passed the initial test where they didn't ban it immediately. So within that first hour, use your other 4 to 9 accounts to slowly upvote that one posting, right? It's stuck. You might as well give it some upvotes. It's going to put it higher and higher up on the subreddit, and then that way it's going to get more and more organic posts to it, right? So that's how you really get it to the top. Once you get it to the top, you hope it sticks for 24 hours or more. You know, some of them, there's a small percentage that's going to stick for a long time. But if you can get that 24 hours, you're going to make a pretty good killing on this. Again, I've seen people that are, I'm just saying 90% of what you're going to do when you first start this out is going to be just hammered, right? You're going to get banned. You're going to, until you figure this out. I've seen people that have, like a, 80% stick rate where they've figured out what forums to promote to, how often they've did the work. It might've taken them 3 to 6 months to get everything online, but they're making $400 or $500 a day, right? So those are the extreme cases. I don't think that you shouldn't be able to eke out $100 a day with this method within the first couple weeks, a couple months, right? If you're on the really lucky side, you have a little bit of experience with this kind of stuff, you should be able to do this in a couple weeks. If it takes you a while, and I always say, if you check in some of my older videos, 90 days, do 90 days of something, and we'll see where you go from there. So if you try this method in 90 days and you didn't get anything to work, either A, you did the method wrong, which is the most likely of situations, or B, the method just doesn't work anymore. That is a possibility. I don't know what time you watch this video, if this is years in the future, but this will pretty much always work, right? Use some twists. So if Reddit's not working for you, go into some forums, some actual forums on the topic, right? If you're how to lose weight and you found a really good deal, go into a forum and promote it, right? LinkedIn groups, Facebook groups, use these other ways to be able to create these posts and have this awesome traffic, right? Why not do that already? Like, say Reddit's working, we'll double down and do it in forums and do it in groups and do it in groups, right? Doesn't make sense on not to, right? So use some twists, make this method work. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This channel is growing at an exponential rate. I really appreciate it. I have a Facebook group where I go into these methods in much more detail. This is where the Creative Juices started, in the Facebook group. So make sure the link will be down below. Subscribe, join the Facebook group. I'll see you in the next video.